Hello everyone, my name is Silent Archer and welcome back to yet another deep dive. Today we have the Aegis Dynamics Tiburon that we have before us. And I'm super excited to delve into this large-scaled ship, which seems to be a sort of a hammerhead variant, if you will. Initially, it becomes very apparent kind of what this ship is. There's no doubt about it, really. I mean, just look at this massive laser right here. This is obviously a hammerhead with a laser gun on it. This is huge, and we've actually seen that confirmed in a video as well, which I will show as well because I think it's kind of relevant and it could be good to show that. So this is basically a hammerhead with a laser on it. Although it does look fairly different from it, not that different, but it has quite a few differences in its shape to compare to the hammerhead, if you will. So initially, like, it just has these slightly more curved attributes. It's a little bit more high tech. I have a picture of the hammerhead here as well, and we see that it's a lot more chunky. It's a lot more plated and kind of low tech, if you will. If this is high tech, this is the original hammerhead is a bit more low tech, and we can see that clearly from this top view. This is almost the biggest difference with the hammerhead compared to the Tiburon, which is this guy. It hasn't got this kind of opening in the middle of it. So I think it's going to be a lot more focused on combat and power. I wonder how they're going to do with the interior, because if we look at the original hammerhead here, by the way, thanks to Star Citizen Tools for this image. I'm taking it from there. I hope that's all right. But we can see here that we have some windows in here, and this is just general opening, whereas the Tiburon is quite different because it has these two arms here. Firstly, it's got these two arms here instead of 4 arms. It's only got 2 arms, and then it's got this massive laser. This looks to be turrets, I would say. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, are those turrets? Maybe those aren't turrets actually, because if we look at it right here, it's hard to tell what that is. We'll have to look at the video and see if because it does seem to have something right here. It does seem to have something right here, oh god, right here. So there, oops, there, and there. And then it's also got weapons here to the sides. Maybe those are pilot controlled, actually. It's not impossible that those are pilot controlled. These weapons right here. And the question is if these also are slaved, because one possibility would be that all of the turrets are remote in this case and not physical. It would make sense in the terms of going towards more high tech. It would make sense if they were remote controlled, and it does seem like these guys have a sort of camera here. So I think these are remote controlled, honestly. Maybe not though. And these also seem to like kind of be positioned in a sort of strange way that doesn't kind of remind me of a manned turret, but rather a remote turret, because it seems to be sitting like right here, and compared to like the entire arm here. So it'd be interesting if all of these were actually remote turrets. And I'm trying to look inside the cockpit. It does seem like there's only 1 chair, or 2 chairs, I mean, like the original hammerhead, but we can't really tell. I mean, the cockpit probably goes like this, a bit like the old hammerhead. So I don't know how many more seats they would be able to fit in there, but there could be some sort of control station within the ship, perhaps, that where everybody mans these turrets. I'm not entirely sure. Another question, I guess, regarding the future of this ship is if the laser is pilot controlled or not. If it is pilot controlled, that'd be really great for the pilot, but in one way maybe it's a bit overpowered as well. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. This here could be a man turret, to be honest. This could be a man turret back here, whereas these other turrets aren't manned. That's kind of my guess, actually. That's my prediction. Yeah, I confirm it. That's my prediction now. That most of the turrets are remote, except for the back turret. That's not remote. That's my guess. All right. But let's look at some more details, because I mean, it's one thing to talk about components. This probably looks very powerful. It's a heavy ship, but I want to talk about the details and the kind of possibility for an interior in this ship. And one thing that I find pretty cool in this bad boy is this section here. Like, it's just an open kind of, it's just, yeah, I don't really know why it's open here. I mean, these landing gears obviously fold in to here in some sort of way. But this is just an open space. Like, if we look at the original ship, I guess there's also this kind of opening here, actually, now that I think about it. So this is probably just the way the picture's taken. It's probably almost identical to what's here. Yeah, actually, I changed my case. Now, one thing that I found pretty interesting is, or one thing that I always scout for when looking at ships are windows, because I love when ships have windows. And frankly, it's a bit too pixelated to tell. This could be a window, guys. This right here could be a window. I hope it's a window. This doesn't look like a window, but there could be a window on this side, which could support the idea that this right here is kind of a living quarter. Maybe. Maybe not, though. Who knows? But I really hope that's a window, because I love windows on ships, and just having one place to look out from just would feel very nice. Because obviously the original Hammerhead has these two windows, and then it has one window back here, I think, by the living quarters, or the kind of habitation area. And that's why it leads me to believe that this would also be a window. And in terms of entryways and so on, I do think it's going to be fairly similar to the original Hammerhead. It just would make quite a lot of sense, frankly, to have the elevator back here that pops down here, and then the two elevators here, so to speak. So I think we're going to recognize a lot, especially in the kind of general parts of the ship, whereas the interior could look quite a bit different, because I mean, it's got a very distinct exterior style, and if that carries on to the interior, I think it could look quite different from the Hammerhead's interior. So I'm very excited to see just how different it really turns out to be. And I mean, this laser just looks sick, and we're actually going to change views now to the Inside Star Citizen report, where we're gonna see, let's see here. Obviously here we have some sneak peeks. Here we go. I mean, just look at this guy. I mean, okay, wait, let's just pause in the right moment. Obviously it's got this huge laser, remote turret. Yeah, okay, my guesses are confirmed. These are definitely remote turrets as well, the same as these, or they're pilot controlled, or they're both. They're probably pilot slaved and remote. That would be very powerful, though. Jesus. Okay, let's see. Yes, sir. That is a window, guys. That is a window, and it seems to have missiles and everything. Shit, this ship comes equipped, bro. Oh no, come on, wait. That is, god damn it. That is definitely a window right there. Right there. That's definitely a window. So, I'm assuming the layout is similar to the original Hammerhead, actually, because that also has the living quarters up here. So, I love to see it. You know, I love to see it. Cockpit is still pretty obscure here. It's hard to tell exactly what's happening, but I mean, the laser is sick as fuck. And it comes loaded with missiles and stuff. But yeah, love to see the window right there. And there we have the ironclad. So that's not what we're gonna delve deep into now, however. So super exciting stuff, guys. So this is basically confirmed that this is a window. These are remote turrets. And probably these ones as well, I'm assuming. Possibly a pilot slaved laser beam Not sure about that. But super exciting stuff, guys. I think this is going to be a really hard-hitting ship, to be honest with you. And I'm super excited to see in the game. Still hard to tell. I wish I could see the cockpit, because I wonder if they changed the layout of the cockpit or not. Maybe they don't. But in general, just such a sick-looking ship. And I am more than hyped to see it in the game. And to see also if my predictions are kind of correct. Basically, if the interior is going to be a bit more high-tech, a bit more kind of clean and cut off, because I mean the original Hammerhead interior is quite old school. It's much green, and you know, it's kind of few it's pretty mechanical in many ways, whereas this ship feels a bit more refined, but it maybe not, maybe it's very similar, and I wouldn't mind honestly, because I love the Hammerhead interior as well. So but all in all, this is just such an exciting ship, and I'm super excited to see it in game, just like all of the other ships. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you found it informative and kind of interesting. Thank you very, very much for watching. Take good care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.